Hey, it's Dr. Maddy Courville here with Loomis Basin Equine Medical Group, back again with Polly to show you some strengthening exercises. Often I recommend these exercises at the same time as carrot stretches to help your horse build core strength and carry themselves correctly. So the first exercise we're going to do is called a thoracic lift. It's great for building the muscles along their thoracic spine, which is this area of the spine here where the saddle would sit. So if you have a horse that has top line loss, like Polly doesn't have a great top line here, but we're working on it. Things that we would do would be recommending an exercise like this to help build the strength in these thoracic apaxial muscles. So how we're going to perform this is you're either going to use the back of your thumb, your fingers, or in some cases you can use the back side, the dull side of a hoof pick to help apply pressure. A few safety things: some horses do not enjoy pressure in these areas and may bite or try to kick at you. So if you have a horse that you think might do that, please make sure you have a handler who can watch and make sure that you are safe. And if at any time your horse is acting, violently towards you, please discontinue and talk to your veterinarian before trying again. So what you're going to do is we're going to start up here underneath. So this is the sternum here. And so you're going to actually reach up and under with your hand like this, and we're going to apply firm pressure along the sternum and through here to get her to lift her back. So you can see she's kind of straightened out, she's nice and flat through here now, and she's holding it, and then we're going to release and let her relax. So in her, it's a little bit more of a subtle change. If you have a very, sensitive horse, they may do a big lift, and then you can just adjust your pressure to get the kind of lift that you want. The other thing you can do aside from the stroking is you can take your fingers and kind of claw up like that. Some horses really don't like this. So again, be careful. Start with the lowest amount of pressure and just apply as much as you need to get the desired result. So we want to scratch, 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 and good. She did a really good one here. You can see she's actually almost flat through here now. That's an excellent lift for her. And again, we want her to hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds and then let her relax. And we'll do that for about 3 to 5 times a week. That's what I like to tell people. So you don't have to do these things every day, but the more that you do them, the stronger your horse is going to get. So the next piece of this is we're going to do lumbar lifts. So the lumbar is this area of the back. And I often see horses with pelvic weakness and lumbar weakness, which leads to pain in these muscles and can make a really sore horse that doesn't want to do its job very well. So if you have a horse that's weak through here, the lumbar lifts is something that I might recommend to help with strengthening while we're working on the horse to help them perform at their best. So in order to do this, again, we're going to be working with the hind end of the horse. You want to be safe and start with a low amount of pressure because we don't want to surprise the horse. We don't want you to get kicked. So make sure that, again, you have a handler who's paying attention, and then you're going to stand next to your horse like this so that if they kick backward, they're not going to get you. You can take your fingers and go one on each side of the tail here and just scratch, scratch, scratch until your horse lifts. Ask them to hold, and then you can release it back down. It's also helpful if your horse is standing square here. If they are putting one leg in front of the other, or sometimes horses that have pain on one side will try to twist. So trying to get them to stand square so that we're evenly working both sides is good. So again, you can go one hand on either side of the tail and scratch, scratch, scratch to get them to lift and hold, and then release. Good girl. And Polly's very good about this. If your horse doesn't like that, the other thing you can try is you can take the back of your thumb right at the base of the tail and rub firmly up the sacrum. And you see she stepped away a little bit, but she's still pretty square and she's holding it. Good. Some horses are much more sensitive to that. So again, start with a light amount of pressure and increase as needed to get the desired result. And as always, if at any time your horse is resistant to these exercises, is biting or kicking or showing signs of pain, please talk to your veterinarian before continuing. We're happy to help you and want to check out your horse, make sure that there's no physical reason why they can't do this. And also we want to make sure that, what we're doing isn't causing them pain. So again, if you ever need us, please give us a call before continuing these exercises.